I do not like camping because the ground is hard, it hurts your back, there are bugs. It's just not fun for me.
When my husband came home to tell me about Philmont, his counselors didn't think that I would go, so I said that I would go based on a challenge because they didn't think that I would come.
I just said, well, it would probably be better if you go by yourself because I don't like camping. And I was all looking forward to just spending a week at home in the air-conditioned house, and he could go out and have his fun. And I didn't want to go be with the bugs and the wind and the heat and the everything else, so I wanted to stay home. I just was very skeptical whether this would be fun for me. And then we got out and walked over to registration, and everybody was so friendly. I was surprised right there, you know, okay, maybe this will be better than I thought it would.
Just stepping on the grounds, I believe you feel the Spirit of our Heavenly Father here. And just even within the first 24 hours, you know that you are here with a purpose and that this is the place that you should be.
I did not realize everything that there was to learn here, and I think one of the first meetings we went to, the first thing I saw said, LDS women are incredible. And I just went, oh, okay, I'm gonna like this. It was just really neat. They have so many things to show you and so many things to tell you.
It's kind of like, I think, the youth, when they go to youth conference or they go to an EFY, that those few days together they become this unified group, and then it's hard to say goodbye. And it's kind of nice to have that opportunity as an adult, to have that kind of same kind of experience.
I sat here and watched these children just beaming and just having fun, going on hikes and loving it. It's wonderful, you know, to see these children, that they've just blossomed.
Well, I have 3 grown boys. Of my 3 boys, none of them are Eagle Scouts. It just didn't seem to be an important thing that we focused on. It was just one less thing to fight them about. We weren't always in wards that had strong scouting programs, and so it wasn't one of those things that became a priority in our life as a family. And after coming to Philmont here and participating and feeling of the Spirit here and going to classes and sharing experiences from my husband and the things that he was taught and discussing those and going through the Duty to God little short program that they gave us here to do, I decided it wasn't a program. It was a tool that I wish that I would have used as a mother raising my boys, because it's more than a program. It's a tool that we as mothers and parents and adults in our wards, grandparents, that we can use to raise our boys to be the young men that we want them to be successful on their missions, to be successful husbands and fathers to the children that we're going to become our grandchildren. And so now I have that testimony, I guess you can call it, and that idea that this is what we need to be doing, and that I can help now my grandchildren do that and focus on that since my boys are already done.
But think about it spiritually, because this truly is a spiritual experience to be enjoyed by the entire family. And I would say, if you don't go, you will be sorry someday, and I know I would have if I hadn't been here. So I would say, think about it and pray about it. Don't just dismiss it like I did. Give it a chance, because it is really a worthy experience to have.
And though the Lord's coming, maybe
From that point on, it just kept getting better and better. Yeah, the first night was a little rough on those beds, but every night thereafter, I slept a little better and a little better. It surprised even myself. So it just, the talks, sacrament meeting, I found myself just loving it. And when I saw there was a choir, I was in 7th heaven. Okay, there is something for me. It was just great. I loved the choir. I loved the meetings. I loved everything. I had to change my mindset because this really is a good camp. People who help here, the young men and young women, they are just so willing to just do everything for you. And they come up to you and just talk to you. They don't even know me, but they were just so friendly and so willing to talk to me. There's a young man named Daniel at the dining hall. I have an allergy to mushrooms. And I told him, and he was so concerned that one night there was a meal, the Japanese meal, and at first he told me there was no mushrooms, so I took the plate, went to sit down, and all of a sudden he came running out and he says, "I'm so sorry, there's mushrooms in this, and I'll get you something else." To me, that really showed care and respect for me. And man, that young man, he has just taken care of me every single day and made sure that there are no mushrooms so that I won't get sick. It means a lot to me. Things like that, people who have come and just said hi out of the blue. Do you know, I've always looked at them as someone that I would probably never know. They would just be someone on the stand that I saw at General Conference, and I will never look at them that way again. Now I will look at them as my friends, and they are truly my friends. They came up, they gave me hugs. One of the things that really impressed me before we even got here is after Jim had signed me up, I received a letter in the mail from the wives of the first young men's presidency, and that letter just touched my heart and started the change. All of a sudden I just went, wow, maybe I do, maybe it is important I be there, because they've taken the time to send me a letter and let me know that I am needed and wanted there. And it just meant a lot.